stones around me until all that's left is one. Youth and age haunt me nightly until their master's work is done. Give to all just what they're asking, while sex and death is all flesh wants. And while I've got angels all around me, lighting the fires that prevent from failing, send your waters inside me.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for being here for episode 2 of Supernatural Saturdays with Cy. And thanks to Mr. Super Sidewinder and Morgan for that music for the intro there. And tonight, me and Cy will be talking. We'll have a special guest coming on with us today. Some of you might know. And for those of you who don't know yet, we're going to keep it a surprise. But we're going to start out with Cy. How are you doing tonight, Cy?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? Hey, Chad. How's everybody? What's up?
I am doing wonderful. Looks like we got
I
a
like
good
that song.
little crowd. Yeah, I like that song too.
Mhm.
That's a good one. I mean, we need to get the full version of it because I think that's just like a partial. So one of these days we'll get that full version of it. So
All
real
right.
quick, what's
Go
that?
ahead. Do your
I
do your
was
thing.
yeah, I was just gonna say let's do a quick shout out for a few people, and I think I know who most of you are, but it looks like YouTube is doing that weird glitch again where it's showing the handle instead of the screen name. But we start out, we got Pushing Buttons. Looks like he was first in the chat tonight. And then Who Cares, which I think is The Mind. And Daniel Riffle is here. And the Briar Patch, which is Mud Rabbit.
Real or not
And
real?
Real or Not Real, Real or Not for Real, which is me. And of course we have Golden Sai, who hasn't made a comment in the chat yet, but we all know you're here. And then Jenny Eversold 366 is here. So and then in the studio, and Sir Gregor 82, which is Astral Fugitive, and Parody Mike is here. So just hopped in, and Propagate This Light just popped into the chat too. So
Mud Rabbit's here.
And Mud Rabbit, yeah, that's the Briar Patch, I believe. So yeah, I think that's everybody. So thank you all guys for being here. Starting off, the show with us. So so what you got going on new since last time we talked? Si, anything fun, exciting happening?
Let's see. Different songs popping into my head, maybe. I've had songs popping in my head, and I just start singing them. Don't know where they come from. Didn't watch any movie or anything with them or listen to the radio. I just start along, and it's like I got a mixtape up in my head.
Mhm. Do you think there's some kind of meaning behind that, or like, or the songs in particular have any meaning? Or are they coinciding with anything that's going on in your daily life or anything?
Sometimes they're funny, and it just makes me laugh. Because I'm like, why am I thinking that? You know, like you think of a song you haven't thought of in like 2 decades. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, that one's going to come up now. Um, I don't really think they have a specific meaning. It's just weird. Just happens out of nowhere.
Yeah, that is weird.
Anybody in chat have that happen? Just minding your own business and the song just want to pop in your head?
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say that I've had that happen that I know of, or anytime recently, at least.
Well, just make me feel like it's
I mean,
it's just a you thing. It's just
I
a
mean, I
you
do
thing.
have weird random shit pop in my head all the time that, something that like a childhood memory that I hadn't thought of in like 25 years. But not just, not particularly a song, like, and I wonder like why, um, why am I thinking about that? And what's weird is that oftentimes it's triggered by like a smell. Like,
Oh,
and it's so weird uh, how you can smell something. Like you can just be like walking down the street and you smell like a campfire burning or something, and it'll bring back a memory of 15 years ago when you were camping, or you know what I mean. Like I always thought that was very interesting how a smell can trigger a memory. Uh, for me, more than sight, more than seeing something, you know, I can pull up a clear memory, uh, way better from from a
that's
scent.
interesting.
Oh, yeah.
It's interesting. That's your like, it's a memory trigger. The scent is a memory trigger for you.
Yeah, I
It
guess like,
triggers that memory.
yeah. It's like the worst one is that is like when I walk into work every night, it reminds me of like the first night I walked into that warehouse, and it was, the smell of that warehouse. Like, I mean, so it just like, I mean, like I kind of hate it because like, I mean, now I can't even walk through a mall because if I get anywhere near, within like 100 yards of the Bath and Body Works store, like I can smell it. Like I know, I'm like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Like it's so weird. But I mean, but basically, it's a Bath and Body Works store, but it's like 1,000 of them put together. So there's every scent or flavor that we make all combined into one, and that's what you walk into, this overwhelming smell of every scent that that they make it. uh so yeah, that's bad, but it doesn't happen every time when I go into work now, so that's good. Mm.
That's good. No, with this, I'll just be walking around my house, and then all of a sudden, I'll break out in a song, and it's just like I'm like, where did that come from? I'm like do 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 do, and then all of a sudden, I got Def Leppard in my head, where and it's not one genre; it's all different types of music. So I think I was singing Jingle Bells this summer. And I'm like, why am I singing Jingle Bells in the middle of the summer? But I was. It just randomly happens. You break out
Yeah,
into a little dance around the house while you got the song in your head, and just
yeah. Well, Jenny says when my mother is visiting from the other side, I sing an old song my mom used to sing.
That's probably she's letting you know that she's there. So she'll
Yeah.
put that in your head. I
Yeah, I can
have
see that.
one of my resident ghosts here, that actually just really attached to me in like about 2021, 2022. He's a jokester and he likes to call himself Dirty Harry. And he likes to put random songs in my head too. But sometimes they'll come in even when he's not doing it. So, but he likes to joke around a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I like funny people or funny, the positive things around. Oh, sorry, I just heard
Yeah.
a pop noise. Go ahead.
What popped?
Oh, it was. It sounded like somebody came in the back studio in the back studio, but
Oh,
nobody knew was coming in. So.
so you had a great show yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Typical skeptic. And it was really pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Sandy
I like
and
Rob. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was very informative. I think it really kind of blew his mind on some things. He was like, "No way,"
Yeah,
kind of
right.
thing.
Yeah,
I think it went well.
he was definitely blown away by some of the stuff. But yeah, and he liked the EVP segment too. Okay.
Yeah, there's some wild EVPs that you guys got. I heard that sorry one on Sandy's stream, and I was like, dang.
Yeah, that
Stuff
sorry
he
one
was
is
like,
creepy.
sorry. It's really creepy.
Yeah, that was super clear. All right. Well, it looks like our special guest is ready to come up. So, without further ado, oh no, he just popped out. Okay, maybe he's not ready, but all right, we'll give it a few minutes. But yeah, no, that show was a lot of fun, and I think he would have a good time coming on Sandy's show and seeing how she puts everything together, and he would he would like that. But yeah, so it was definitely fun. Okay, here he is back. So without further ado, we're going to bring up our guest tonight, who I'm sure you all know. I see a lot of you guys over on his channel talking, and so we're going to bring up Propagate This Light. Here we go. Welcome, Prop. How are you doing today?
Where's Prop at? I don't see him.
Hey, Prop.
Oh, there he is. There
I
he
see
is.
him.
Hey, what's up, Prop? Oh, where's he
Hey,
at?
Prop.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you, Prop. I can hear you, Prop.
Yeah, don't even try that. You ain't switching with me. I'm not switching.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that pop you were saying earlier that you heard in the back room, that wasn't a pop, it was a prop. I was trying to knock on the door there.
Yeah, like I said, I'm new at StreamYard, so I'm still learning, but I'll know for next time.
Well, thank you for the warm bio and everything. I'm not a special guest. I mean, Sai's a special guest. You're a special guest. We're all special here. So thank you for that, though. You said in the beginning I'm a special guest, but no, I'm just here. I'm just here having to talk with y'all. So thank you for having me.
Well, here, hold on a second. Now you're a special guest because you got some applause.
Oh, okay, thank you. I didn't know there was a whole audience there.
I didn't have that. But yeah. So how you doing?
Yeah.
How you got anything new? You've been I have noticed that you've been killing it with putting up new videos. Like, it's like you put up a new video every day or 2 videos in a day sometimes.
Well, I try not to kill anything. What am I actually killing? You said I'm killing it when I'm
You said
killing.
I said, yeah, you're killing it. You're doing a good job. That's you're you're providing
just joking.
content and yeah.
Yeah, I'm just joking. Yes, I appreciate that. I'm just doing what I do, what I love. Excuse me, what I love. Thank you for noticing.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, when you can do what you love and, have fun doing it and, uh, there's nothing more you can ask for.
Yep. I always
Except,
have fun doing it.
yeah,
Yep, when I'm
it'd just
doing
be
it.
better if
Exactly.
you get paid uh,
Yeah.
for doing what you love to do. That's the ultimate. But, you know,
Yeah, that's why I think the people that has sent out donations to me, I really appreciate that. Um, I mean, people in this niche community of ours, I will call it the consciousness community, I guess. Not maybe not the truth community that's already taken, I think. What do y'all think? Would the community, do you think it should have a name, or do you think it's a truth community that we're in, or
I thought it was the Mandela community.
yeah. Well,
oh,
honestly, I think it's a combination of a lot of communities as far as the people I see, because I see people in Sandy's channel which I would say is a Mandela community, but then there's a lot of people that I see that are in Sandy's channel that are on your channel or on a different channel that are like in the flat Earth community or other people that are in the truther community. So I mean, I think at this point, at least the people that I see in chats and stuff, it's a big combination. So I think it probably wouldn't hurt to come up with a new name for the new meshed uh, community of all of us. But I like the truth community because that kind of covers everything. Um, I don't know. What do you think, Sai? What do you think a good
I'm
name
of
for it
the
would be?
supernatural community.
The supernatural community.
mm,
That's what I'm of. Yeah,
oh,
I'm in the
Yeah.
supernatural community.
okay.
So I like the woo woos and the knocking on doors type thing. But nobody
Well,
here has to do that, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm
well,
not asking for it.
well. If you say you like the woo woos, then that might be kind of bad for you, right? Because some people will say that's woo woo. So already the woo woo has a bad rap, right? You know?
No, I don't
So
know. I didn't know that.
yeah, people say like that's woo woo, right? The Mandela effect is woo woo, right? Like or
I never heard that ever
I,
until you
I
just said
haven't
it.
either.
oh, okay, yeah.
What does it
What's the
mean?
y'all never heard of that? What about Chet? Come on now, I can't be the only person here out of everybody.
On your own. See, yeah, I
Is
gotta
it
be that.
is it a good connotation or is it like a woo woo, like these guys are crazy woo woo?
Yeah. That's why I thought you guys found it hilarious because I thought that's what knew. But
Oh
yeah, that's what I'm
no.
talking about. That's what yeah, these guys are hilarious. Like the woo woo like what you're talking about is nonsense. It's this woo woo. Um,
Never
uh,
heard that. Because woo
wow.
woo to me means the spooky stuff.
Well, pushing button says I got you prop. So yeah, they think it's fake. Woo woo. Exactly. Is what he says in the chizat there.
Hmm. That's all right. I learned I came to the conclusion about
Yes.
10, 12 years ago that
Mhm.
I really don't give a crap what people think about me anymore. Like I used to, like I lived my whole life growing up, always worried about, what people thought of me, if they were gonna laugh at me or make fun of me or whatever. And then at one point, about, well, probably longer, probably like 15 years ago now, I just I just thought, who cares? Like, why do I care about what anybody, thinks about me? And I just stopped, caring. So, I embrace the weirdness now. Like I've always thought that I was kind of weird. And so somebody calls me a weirdo, I take that as a compliment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
It's a
I'm,
yeah.
comfortable with it. You know, I don't care what they think about me anymore. You can think I'm weird all you want.
Okay. So you talking about like close friends or something like that? You may have you spoken about the Mandela effect or something or what?
Yeah, well, I mean that fits into it now. But I mean, even before the Mandela effect, you know, like uh, you know, I was always worried about, you know, going out and, you know, if I looked like a mess and, you know, had dirty clothes on or whatever, you know, like or you know, just stuff like that is, you know, just regular, yeah. But then when I started talking to people about the Mandela effect, um, you know, I've got a lot of pushback from that, and they realize it's not even worth it for, you know, some people because they just close off or they get angry when you start trying to tell them about it, and or you see them take the update instantly. And when you ask them a question and they answer it, you know, the way that we remembered it, uh, but then, you know, you tell them the right answer and they're like, oh yeah, no, I guess you're right. It is that way. And then they just, you know, they just want nothing to do with it. So yeah, yeah, I just learned to, yeah, just kind of just keep those people out of my life, you know, or just not, at least not talk to them about it. And uh, yeah, I just don't like any kind of negativity. So, uh, but hey, Joe, we got Joe King Explores the Realm in the house too. Uh, thanks for being here, buddy.
Well, you know what I say, right, Prop? If I don't mind, it
Mind,
don't
it don't
matter.
matter. Yeah, for sure.
Yep, yep. If I
Yeah,
don't mind
can't have.
it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. What was I gonna say? So, any of the supernatural happening with you, Prop?
No, but I do
No.
recall what you're going. I recall what you're going to say. You were going to say that I'm the best, right? Is that what you were going to say?
Well, I guess I gotta say, you know, it is Josh's show, so I can say you're the second best, right?
Yes.
Since you call me royalty.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So there you go. You're the top notch. You know, and also Josh there. Josh is coming up too, right? You know, he's doing a good thing here.
I'm working on it.
I'm
Yeah.
coming up.
Mhm.
I want the world to know. Sorry about that.
All right, that's all right. No, you're welcome. You're welcome to
Got
sing.
to let it show. Anyway,
Yeah. Right.
We can do a singing segment. I'll get a little background music and let you guys belt one
no,
out.
no, 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 no.
Come on, give us a beat,
Don't get
Prop.
me
I'm
started.
just-
Oh, what's up to everybody in the chat,
Oh my
including
God.
Mud, including Mud. Mm-hmm. On Ruko. Huh? What happened?
I already rapped on Prop's channel one time, and that's it. I'm not doing it again.
oh crap!
You're such a diva royalty there.
Yeah. Well, crap. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go have to find that show and clip that. And
What? I don't know what panel. Prop probably knows what panel that was with. You,
yeah,
I
we'll
think
have
it was
to.
the one with you.
Oh, it's. I think your frog's back.
Oh, what the heck? See, it just likes to do it on its own. It shouldn't be back.
Uh,
Now it's on the mic.
oh.
The frog's hungry. He's hungry
Is it doing something?
or thirsty or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you don't hear it, but yeah, it's like a little frog sound, belching. I think.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right,
Okay.
for sure.
That's so weird why
Peace.
that does that. Like it just defaults back to her other microphone.
Now, what it is she usually carries a frog in her shirt pocket, so she just don't want to tell nobody about that. And he usually wakes up during the stream and just gets hungry. So
Yeah, it just needs fed.
yeah, it just needs to be fed. And, you know, so she's gonna do that right now. Feed it cat food like she always does. But Golden Size, I like how she. Excuse me, I like how he put that in the Chizette there.
Yeah.
Pushing button.
Yeah,
He put the frogs. He put the frogs on it.
he did. Okay,
I
that
got
sounds.
frogs on it.
Yep. I was thinking that too.
I got frogs on it. Anyway,
Uh,
Anyway,
Sir Gregor says, I thought Prop and Cy were going to have a break dance off today.
yeah, I'd like to, you know,
Yeah, I heard you
I'd like
talking
to
about that
challenge.
on your show on Thursday. I'm ready.
Yeah, it was. I'd like to
Mm.
challenge royalty, you know.
you can't touch this.
That's all right. I'll bring out the actual person that does that because I told you about him, right? You know about that?
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. He's, you know, we're locked in. We're locked in. You know,
You and
family.
Helmer are locked in? Your family?
Yeah, yeah. It's my cousin.
Cool.
But anyway, I didn't want to. I didn't want to go there, but um, I should have left that backstage. But what's going on with you, Josh? It seems like
Just,
you're up there on the left side of the screen there. What's going on up there?
I'm just hanging out. I should be on the right side. I don't like being on the left of anything. No, but we're not going to get political. We don't talk. I mean, we can talk
Mhm.
political, but I'm just playing.
How's that banana? The bananas good up there on the tree up there?
Oh,
Josh?
bananas are always good.
Right.
The
Right.
only thing is that you can't see my tail. Like
Your what?
Sandy, that my
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Curious George's tail.
Oh, okay.
You know, like I had the picture originally, and then Sandy, like I sent it to Sandy, and she made it to match the background with her and Splatter. So when we do the show, and it must have cropped it out a little bit, so you can't. I mean, you can kind of see the tail, but that was the whole point of having the Curious George as my logo, is because he looks way better with the tail. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you finish with your banana, you can come down to the beach there. What do you think? There's a
Oh,
golden
that sounds
side
good to
there.
me. Yes, I would love that. That's a beautiful picture.
Thank you. I took it.
I was going to ask you if you took that yourself.
Yeah, I took it myself.
Yeah. Did you take the one that you had for your thumbnail on your first live stream? Did you take that one yourself too? It's like you were on the
Yeah.
water, and it was like some beach houses and stuff. Yeah, that was a good one too.
I like to take pictures of sceneries and stuff. I paint too. So I paint like scenery pictures.
Oh, cool. I didn't know you painted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to love painting.
I use like acrylics, and I usually do mountain scenes, but I do other scenes too. And I paint just different sceneries.
Yeah, that
But I
was always
also,
my favorite thing to paint was like oceanscapes, sunsets, landscape, stuff like that, or abstract.
let me see if I can.
Oh.
I might be able to send you. Let me see if I can send you pictures of some other ones that I've taken.
Hey, real. You see how I have my shades on, and you know, Sai is so bright. She's making me look Caucasian as well. You know, my skin color.
Oh my God.
That is bright. Welcome, Jeremy Bird and Splatter. I seen Splatter made it in too.
Splatter.
Thanks for stopping by, guys. So we might as well get started into. Was there something you were looking for, Sai?
Yeah, I was just gonna send you some pictures to show.
Okay.
Give me a minute. I'm doing that now.
All right. Well,
And
while you
then-
do that, I got a little warm up question.
Ooh.
So I mean, I don't know how much it exactly qualifies as supernatural, but I wanted to ask you. We were talking a little bit backstage before, but I think before you got in, Prop. But what do you guys think of synchronicities? Like, I know I've heard you talk about it, Prop. You know, like, what do you think about them? What do you think they are? Or do they have any meaning for you, or do you have like a good favorite synchronicity that pops out in your head? Either of you?
I told you I don't really have synchronicity so much, but what I call the ABC rule. And the ABC rule basically is that someone will say something to you, and then someone that has no idea that it was said to you or anything will say it back to you again. So let's say I said something to you that was specific, like, oh, I'm going to wear a red shirt today. Someone that doesn't know me or doesn't know that we talk or will say to you, oh, I'm going to wear a red shirt today. I've
Yeah.
noticed a lot of that.
Huh. Well, I mean that kind of it seems like, you know, kind of a synchronicity to me. I would say that qualifies. You know, if you know, you got two different people that are not connected, you know, saying the exact same thing to you, you know, within a short period of time. You know what I mean? Like that's I would say that qualifies for sure.
I find it really bizarre, especially when it's that specific. Like when it's super, super specific, it's kind of creepy. It's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just look at the person because that person doesn't know that it's already been said to you.
Right.
And then what do you could say, oh, well, so and so, well, they don't know so and so, so why would they, you know what I mean? Like, oh, and so said that too. And it just, and I noticed that people kind of get weirded out if you point it out too.
Yeah.
Has
No,
anybody had that happen? Anybody in
Yeah,
chat?
that was
yeah, I don't know.
nice.
People do get weirded out uh, for all kinds of stuff nowadays. So I don't even let it bother me anymore. I just move on. So what about you, Prop? Do you what do you think about synchronicities, or do you have any good ones that you can remember?
There's a lot. My experiences with Si's talking about, but you know, overall, I can give you example after example, right? And like she said, I kind of think the same way where she said at the end, when you tell the person they get weirded out. So I could tell you, I feel like sometimes like I could tell a person example after example, but is it really going to matter to them because they did not experience it, right? I mean, I don't know if I'm making sense, but um, I think overall, I was saying this on my channel that I'm thinking that because we're a part of the air that we breathe, basically, right? Reality, right? The everything that's within everything, right?
Hmm.
Synchronicities is a part of it, and if we're going to say that we're all one, I'm thinking that, you know, our everything is one, and our life is but a dream. Is kind of like when you're dreaming. If you can remember your dreams, you can probably remember, or if you're lucid, you could probably be conscious enough to know that, wait a minute, I just thought of this and it just showed up. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking that um, in so-called reality, you know, air quotes, it's kind of the same thing because you know you have your manifestations too. Then you have your, it's like it's all thought, right?
Uh,
Like you see something is planted into your thoughts, and then later on you get the, you know, the opposite equal effect, or whoa, wait a minute, that was the same as that, you know, but it's two different things, but it looks the same. Or
yeah.
you thought about your you thought about your friend before they called. It's all thought. It's like thought. Um, you want to build a home. You one day you're thinking about it, the next day you're laying in the bed and it's been built for 2 years. It's like, wow, that one day when I thought of building the home, I'm actually in it right now, you know.
Hmm.
So it's, you know, it's all
So
thought.
do you think that manifestation is real? Like, I mean, it's something that, you know, because I mean, I grew up, you know, in the church, and um, you know, my mom and dad would always tell me, you know, I guess maybe if a passage from the Bible or something, it says, you know, uh, if you believe in your heart and say it with your mouth, it'll come to pass, or something along those lines. And so, like they were real strict on, not wanting me to ever, say anything, negative, like, oh, that's stupid, that person's going to die, or something like that. You know what I mean? Because they honestly believed that, that you speak things into existence. Do you think that's possible? Like, or, you know what I mean?
I don't think that's a thing. Like, I understand people think it's a thing, but to me, it's not a thing. To me, if you're going to manifest something, you have to put some action towards it. So thoughts don't become something until there's action to them.
Right, but
So,
isn't
like, you can,
speaking it out loud? I mean, I know it's not a lot of action, but it's some sort of action. You're speaking out, saying, I'm going to do this, with, which I know you can't just say, I'm going to do this, or this is going to happen, and then just sit on the couch and eat potato chips and expect it to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I agree with you on that, but
well, it's
like, I
kind
don't
of
know.
like, I don't know if you remember the song, but there used to be a song called Billionaire. Probably, I'm sure you know what song I'm talking about. But there used to be a song called Billionaire. Everybody sung that song when it was popular that knew it. They're not millionaires. I'm not a billionaire. There's actually, so it's, to put it, if you're going to do something like, say, all right, well, I want this room to look nice, or to use props metaphor, if you're going to bake a cake, you got to throw the ingredients together. There has to be some action. If you just think, okay, I want a cake to magically appear on my island, it's not going to just magically appear on your island. You have to do something.
Yeah.
You have to physically do something. You have to work towards it. I think there are some times where, like, and I've noticed this, when I thought something, it popped up on Facebook that I can't that I can't explain and understand. Not that I said it, because if I say it, then it's the microphone spying on me, or not that I
Mhm.
looked it up, nothing that I did. It was just a thought that came in my head, and it wound up on Facebook.
Wow.
And I've had that happen several times. But to actually manifest something, to actually be like, okay, well, I'm going to be a millionaire, but I'm going to put zero work into being a millionaire. And it's just going to lay at my door. I don't have to do anything, but I can manifest it. Then everybody would be a millionaire or a billionaire,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Right.
So you have to do something. So I don't really believe in quote unquote manifestation. I believe if something comes to your head, like an idea that's a positive idea and something you're interested in, and you want to go towards it, you could think of easier ways than the hardest way possible to do that, but you still have to do something.
Right.
As
Exactly. It's like that's like when someone says, I'm going to, when I win the lottery, like what we were talking about last night, like when I win the lottery, or I'm going to win the lottery, but then if you don't go and buy a ticket, you're not going to win the lottery, no matter how much you try to manifest it. You know what I mean? It takes the action.
Can you read that thing from Astral?
Yeah. It says, I swear I've scripted conversations with people in my head, and I go out that day, the conversations play out almost 99% how I imagined.
And just real quick, that's not Astral, by the way. Just Sir. I can't see it myself.
Yeah,
Who's
it
that
is.
there?
It's Astral.
He changed his name
Oh,
a couple of nights ago. Yeah.
my bad. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So it could be that you know the person, and that's the way you thought they were going to react. So you scripted it out in your head to work out any, I don't know, misgivings or misunderstandings. It can be that way. That I could actually see. But the Facebook things got me a little weirded out, because when you actually just think something and it pops up as an advertisement or something like that, or somebody else says it, and it's not something you spoke, It's not something you looked for in a search or anything. And so they're kind of like, what is going on? Like, why
Yeah,
is
that's
this
creepy.
coming? Has anybody else had that happen, like on Facebook or with social media, that they actually just think something, whether it's an object or an item, and then it comes up for sale, but you never really looked for it or talked about it?
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's
Well,
happened to me once. Go ahead, Prop.
oh no, I'm listening to you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that happened. I think that happened to me one time. It was like, back, like, because I used to golf. I golfed for like 15 years, and then uh, when my kid was born, I kind of stopped having time for it and didn't golf for like 15 years. And and then one day, I just was thinking about it. I was just thinking to myself, man, I haven't golfed in a long time. I think I found my golf clubs in the basement or something, and like I never said anything. I was alone. I seen him. I'm like, and so I started thinking to myself, I should go try playing golf sometime again and see how I do. It's been a while, and then probably within like 15 minutes later, I grabbed my phone and went on eBay for something, and the very first advertisement that popped up uh, on the home screen was like golf balls, or uh, was golf related stuff. And I just remember thinking that was weird because I didn't search anything. I didn't, say anything on the phone out loud. I didn't, wasn't talking to anybody. I was just thinking about it. And and then all of a sudden, and it had been 15 years since I'd golfed. So like it wasn't anything recent that I had looked up at all. So that was weird.
Yeah, I just think that's the weirdest thing, and I don't really know what what that is about. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm kind of looking into things on that type stuff with other people, but it's definitely like when I talked to my nephew about it and I told him about it, I was like, things just pop up. And he was like, yeah, it's the algorithm of Facebook and all that other stuff. And they can hear you and all that. I was like, no, you don't understand. It's in my head. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't, I didn't do anything for there to be an algorithm for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I did send you those pictures if you don't mind showing them so
Okay.
some people can see. Now these are just ones I took, like pictures I actually took, but I don't know about that um, astral because I think what they admitted to isn't what I'm talking about. I think they admitted to like their algorithms targeting certain things to people to try to manipulate them.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about Facebook admitting to some kind of mind control attempts, but it makes me think of this video that I saw that Rebecca sent me a little while back about it was talking about the nanotechnology, and the person's video that I was watching was kind of insinuating, or tying it to the chemtrails or the contrails. I know Mud Rabbit explained to me the difference last week, but I can't remember which one is which. But the theory was that is that what that stuff is, that they're putting stuff into the air that we're breathing that are these nanoparticles, and we breathe them in, and they get into our body, and then once enough people have enough of them in there, and this is for entertainment purposes only, YouTube, this is just opinions and theories, but once we get that stuff in us, through the air that we breathe, then it's like little technology that the government has, a switch that they can control and turn that on, and either you know see what we're thinking, or kind of read our minds, or even be able to, control us a little bit. So, I mean, it was an out there theory, but it was very interesting, because the nanotechnology studies from the government, are definitely true. They're, declassified documents, government documents, talking about these experiments. They just obviously don't explain what, what exactly it's used for, and it's supposedly shut down in the 60s or the 70s or whenever. But who knows if they ever really shut down? They officially shut down to the public, but they could have been working on that stuff ever since. Still to this day, for all we know. Okay, so what are these pictures here we're looking at? I get the first one up. Can you see it?
Yeah, that's on the ocean in Key West, Florida.
Oh, yeah, I've always heard Key West is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I've never made it down that far south in Florida.
That's in North Carolina.
Oh, wow, that's a good picture. You like being on the water? Like being
Yeah, I fish a
on
lot.
boats? Yeah.
Yeah, I like to fish. Not so much on boats. I just like to fish, and
Oh,
I like water. That's in Port Charles, Florida.
yeah, I like fishing. Like everything about fishing except for putting the worm on the hook and taking the fish off the hook. everything else is awesome. But yeah, I don't like touching the fish for some reason.
Really? Really?
Yeah,
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't, Josh. I can't.
I'm a wuss.
I can't with that.
That's a
That's
good one.
in, where's that? Punta Gorda, Florida.
Oh, Punta Gorda, that's close to where my mom lives.
Yeah.
She lives in North Fort Myers.
Okay.
So yeah, I've gone to Punta Gorda a couple times for thrift shopping.
Really, Astral? If he can't hold a fish, you think he can gut it?
Oh God, no. I wouldn't would not have a clue on how to gut a fish. That's when I get my wallet out and pay somebody to do it for me. Like I don't even think I would want to watch.
And that is Clearwater, Florida.
Wow, those are some good pictures.
Thank you.
Yeah. Those look like they all make some great paintings.
I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. I have a few ideas with them. I want to try to paint them.
Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna get some good pictures of all my paintings and share them. Like I got one painting I did from my parents. Took a picture when they were at the Dead Sea in Israel. They brought it home and gave me the picture.
Oh wow!
I painted it, and that one was a lot of fun. But
I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I've never been to that region of the world, so I would like to see what the Dead Sea looks like and stuff. I find that kind of stuff fascinating.
No, it was a nice picture, but yeah, a little different. Why am I funny, Jenny? Jenny says I'm funny.
So I like to go fishing, but I don't eat fish. So I give them away.
Well, that's at least they don't go to waste.
No, I don't like them to go to waste. So like I was dropping them off at a homeless shelter, but they kind of got greedy with it and rubbed me the wrong way with that. Like I was bringing them fish and they were like, "That's it." Like they just got real obstinate. I'm like, I'm not having that. No.
Hello, Red Storm. Thanks for coming in.
Ooh, Red Storm.
Yep. So real quick, I want to tell my my favorite synchronicity story, uh, and then we can move on to some other topics. But it was one time. It was probably, God, it was before 2020. So probably 6-7 years ago. Kind of when I first got into the Mandela effect, and I was listening to Scare Performance Show, Dan show, and that was, I listened to that all the time. And and he had oh crap, Nobleness D on there, and Nobleness, he asked him if he had anything he wanted to present, and he brought up about the colors of Miami Vice, that they changed. Like when you think of the colors of Miami Vice, the show, what do you think of? Like what colors, like, or what types of,
Neon pink, neon blue, and white.
Right, yeah. What
And
about you, Prop? Do you remember Miami
Mm.
Vice?
yeah, of course,
Yeah.
Used to be on TV at the house there. When I think of Miami Vice, I think of black and whites, Caucasian and Black American, or Colombian. I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think it was
I
white.
didn't mean the people. I meant the color scheme, like
Oh,
for
okay,
the
okay.
logo and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think it was like light blue or something like that, wasn't it, or
Right.
something?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it was like a couple different colors from what I remember. It was like, but it was like that, like the bright neon colors or like pastel colors. Uh, and so he was, he was presenting this, about how, when you look them up now, they're all different. Those pastel colors are still kind of there sometimes, but then they have like all different other colors. Uh, and it was just weird. He was just talking about you know, how the colors had changed on the Miami Vice logo, and this was like on a Friday night show, I think. Well, then the next day, me and my daughter were driving out to Newark, which is a town just like 20 minutes east of here, and there's a Buckeye Lake is there right by that town. So we were heading towards the lake. So we're driving down the freeway, and like way up in front of me, I see a big truck hauling a boat. And as I'm getting closer and closer to it, I'm looking at the colors. And when I get close enough, on the back it says Miami Vice, and it had all the colors. Like I don't know if that's what he named his boat or whatever, but it said Miami Vice across the back of the boat, and had those neon, like the original neon colors and stuff that I remember, what it being like. And so then he was going slow, so I ended up changing lanes and passing him. And then as I was driving past him, on the side of the boat, it just said in real big letters and in the same colors, it said Scarab. And I just thought it was super weird that the night before, I was listening to Scarab's show, and they were talking about the color changes on Miami Vice logo. And then the very next day, I see a boat with the original colors that not only said Miami Vice, but also said Scarab on it. And I had a dash cam at the time, and I cannot find that footage. Like I would have totally made a video and told that story and shown, because it was just weird. When I drove by, I'm like, I look over and it said Scarab. I'm like, what are the chances of that? Because I hadn't thought of Miami Vice in 10 years prior to that. You know what I mean? Or 15 or 20 years, who knows? So that was my little sync story that I always thought was pretty interesting.
That is interesting, and it's very strange.
Yeah, right. Because I mean,
That
what is
that
the
boat.
Scarab? Like why would somebody have Scarab written on the side of their boat? I mean, it's a unique enough word that it was super odd.
Well, I would say that it goes back to what I was saying earlier about what I've come to realize. I just can't get the wording out correctly, but it's something to do with our thoughts, I think. Like you said, what's the odds? So, but what you do know is this: before it happened, what were you watching? You were watching Scarab, and it was
Yeah.
in your head. It was in your head. In reality, I guess reality is I guess like what I've heard is like a movie screen, and I don't know. I can't remember what was said, but kind of like we're building reality as we go, and we're in the movie at the same time. If that makes sense.
Hmm. Kind of like
You know, our
in a video
thoughts.
game where you can
I
only
mean,
see so far out, and then as you move along, the screen is rendering in front of you, type of thing. And is that what you're talking about?
I've heard of that. I don't know for sure about all of that there because yeah, the whole video game type scenario. I'm not sure about the rendering or reality is not going to waste its processing on things that all this. I don't know about all that,
Yeah.
but we're, in my opinion, when I go about my world, I'm literally walking in ideas. The sidewalk I'm walking on was an idea. Someone thought of that and put it there. You know what I mean? I look to
Hmm.
my left, I see a vehicle. That's an idea. You know what I mean? I can't, maybe, yeah, maybe the sky too was an idea, like, God or whatever, God created the earth, whatever. So, but, and then people will say like, sorry about that, bump my mic. That in the beginning, God made a sound or something like that, vibration, which uh, it all, that's the Big Bang thing I've heard too. You know what I'm talking? Do you know what I'm talking about, Side? Like, his voice is what created everything. His voice was a vibration. Um, but he had to think of it first, right, and then speak out what he wanted, and then it just became. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think that's why I don't believe in manifestation, because that's saying that we're all God or we're all gods, and I don't believe in that. I believe there's only one.
Well, okay. So check this out then. Do you believe the whole thing of we're all a part of God, like we all are fragments of God, so to say?
No, I believe God created all of us and knew us before we were born.
Can you repeat that? I missed it. Sorry.
I believe that God created all of us and he knew us before we were born.
Okay. Can you go more into the technical part of he knew us before we were born?
Well, he created us, so he knew what he was creating.
Okay, so what is the soul then? That's the
It,
part I'm talking about. Like, did that come from heaven and into the body
the
when we were
soul was
born?
created by God, and it comes
Okay.
from basically, yes, from heaven, and it attaches to the body. It doesn't go
Okay.
into.
Oh, okay, nice. So what would you say God is? Would you say that he's the same, like, you know, we have skin, right? So what is the soul? Do you think God is that as well?
God is a soul. Like, do I think God is a soul? God is a
You know
being
that?
that cannot be described.
Okay, nice, nice,
He can't be
nice.
described. Nobody can physically see him. It cannot be physically described.
But he could also show up physically as well,
Well, I'm sure he can show up
right?
physically, but
Right.
he can't. The who is without taking on a body cannot be described. That's how powerful he is.
So
That's
that could be.
how. That's how. Like, we don't have the comprehension or the knowledge
So
to be
we're
able to do that.
so we're identifying him as a he, this, he, that. So what you're saying is God could be anything, or even a different gender, or both maybe, right?
I think he is genderless. But that's why I think that a lot of society does what they do to try to mock God.
So does it make sense to you? I was thinking about this earlier today. I was watching an interview on this channel called, Vlad, and they had it's a 4-year-old interview. They had what you call it, Judge. No, it's a new interview. Judge Joe Brown is going at this other judge. So one of those judges' sons is gay, but he said that he was born like that, right? He didn't make a choice. So if God could be all of this different gender, or you can't explain, does it make sense that maybe, like he said God made him that way? So do you think that could be true?
God made his soul. God didn't not technically create his body. We have DNA that does that. And to answer who's it question, yes, we are not as high as God. And yes, I do believe in reincarnation as well. There are newer souls and older souls. And in between.
That question came from Ben Charge. Hadn't shouted them out yet, so thanks for being here. And then can you see the second part of the question? It says, have our souls been existing forever or just created in this one life?
No, I believe there's souls that have been in several different lives. They're older souls. And I believe your soul knows the assignment when they take on a body.
So there's a comment here.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
You can go ahead, Prop. What about the comment?
Oh, okay. There's a comment here that says, let me see here. Let me get right to it here. So she thinks we are less than God, the creator. What do you say about that comment from Binge Charge there?
I answered it. We're not as high as God.
Okay, I missed it. My bad. Do you believe in reincarnation?
Yeah, I do. I believe in reincarnation very much.
So has our souls been... Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
I believe there's newer souls, there's older souls, and there's in between.
Have our souls been existing forever or just created in this one life?
No, they've been here for a long time. The older souls have been there been a long time. If you think about it, the average is around 75 to 80 to live, and that's just the average. And some souls have been for centuries. That's why people take interests that wouldn't match their day and age. So I'll give you an example. Like me, I'm an old soul. I resonate more with music from the 40s and 50s than I do with today's music.
So what you're saying is that when you, like you said earlier, God creates our soul, who we really are, right? And then you're saying that we also exist down here as different versions of ourselves, or different, like reincarnation, right? So you're saying that as a soul that we're collecting all the data of the different lives that we live. Is that what the soul is?
Yeah, if you've ever been around a little child and they say stuff that a little child wouldn't normally say, but it makes complete sense, that's kind of proof that they've been here before. And some kids actually know that they're reincarnated. They have shows about it where kids actually know that they were reincarnated and who they were in the life before. If you actually listen to a little kid, they say things out of nowhere. And you kind of think, well, how do you know that? You know what I mean? Like that it completely makes sense. They're not wrong. What they're saying is actually something that's not taught to them in the 2 or 3 years that they've been in that body. What they're saying takes knowledge of them being here before.
Yeah, that reminds me of
So
that. Sorry, of that
I don't know.
video that I watched. That I actually was asking you about the last time you were on the channel, Prop, about. There was a video. It was called "Proof That." 8-year-old boy was reincarnated from John Lennon reincarnated, and he had all this knowledge that about John Lennon that nobody would have ever known other than his close personal people that were around him and stuff that wasn't ever publicized or written in any books or anything. But yeah, it was super super interesting. So sorry, go ahead.
No, nice.
But yeah, I've seen there's a show on Lifetime that is all about children that know they're reincarnated. But I've seen it in kids that I've been around, and you just look at them and you're like, they can have an adult conversation with you at 3 or 4 years old and know actually what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And that can go into like soul families, which you could have someone in your life that you actually not necessarily reincarnated with, but you like they could have been here before, they could have reincarnated before you or vice versa, but you tend to stick in each other's lives throughout the reincarnation cycles. And those people are people like that are born on the same day. Like if you have a father and son that are born on the same day, or a daughter and a mother or grandmother that are born on the same day, that's a sign that they've been connected through different soul cycles.
So you think when you're reincarnated, like that every life that you've lived in the past, that that some of it's like stuck with you, even if you can't remember it. And obviously, most people don't remember past lives, but but do you think that all of those lives are still with that person, just buried deep down somewhere?
I don't know if their whole life is buried deep down somewhere, but I think the lessons that they learned in that life are. And you can usually see it like in maturity levels or interests, like when somebody's interested in something that definitely is not from their time or they're drawn to it. Some people are highly drawn to the Titanic. Some people have been drawn to like more ancient history, and it's usually strong within them. Like it's usually an interest that stays with them for life.
Yeah.
I have a good question for you. Um, why do you think you have psychic abilities, or just anybody that's in tune with it? How do you think that's so, that you're able to do what you're able to do?
Well, I don't think it. I know it. But
Oh yeah, my bad.
I don't think it. I know it. Um, there's a difference there. I was born with it, and there is a generational thing with me. So my grandmother did not speak of being psychic, but she was. She had certain abilities. My aunts and even my dad, I can tell by some things that he has said to me, and I'm like, yeah. It was really weird because I've never seen my dad absolutely fascinated me and still does when I was younger because he could tell exactly what I was going to do before I did it. And not like on big scale things. Like they could be little scale things, they could be big scale things. Um, I used to play cards with him, and he knew every card that was in my hand. So he always won. And he could tell me what cards were in my hand. And I used to be fascinated by that. I absolutely was like I was extremely fascinated by that. Um, Sometimes I would just say stuff and it like it would actually be what it is. And the prophetic dreams. That was
I got
huge
some.
when I was younger. So I've had the ability since I was little. And my aunt and grandmother kind of gave me hints around it. They wouldn't come out flat and say it, but they would um, give me hints. Little things that they would say that didn't make sense back then make sense now.
I got I got one better for you to add to it. And I feel like even if I say this or when I do, or after I do, i- I think I'm going to probably be the only person that could really feel it because it's an experience of mine. It's pretty much aligned with what you just said. And I'm just like, wow, you went through the similar thing I went through. So you said you used to play cards with them, right? So there was a family member of mine that I used to play cards with, and I couldn't figure out why they kept winning. You know what I'm saying? And then you said it fascinated me. And when you said that, I was like, yo, that's how I feel too. So how can that be possible? Is that a synchronicity, or is that some sign of a connection there? But you wouldn't really know because you weren't there. I could just be saying that, right?
Yeah, I don't know in your situation, but in my situation, he knew what I had. He knew what cards were in my hand. He knew
Yeah,
when
but
certain events happened to me. He knew before he was told. So
so
a I had a major car accident when I was younger, and he knew it before they called him. So there was things that he knew, and I knew he knew because I could tell. It was the words he used or how. I mean, he called when me and my husband first met. He called us and said he called me and was like, "You're on a date," and I was like, "Yes, I am." And he's like, "All right, just making sure." I was like, "Okay." And my husband
mm,
kind of looked at me and said, "How did he know you were on a date?" I said, "He just
yeah,
does." I said, "He always has." So I actually get it from Jenny, I actually get it from my father's side. You could get it from your mother's side too. Um, but I get it from my father's side. And it used to
well,
freak
see,
my mother out.
I hear what you're saying, because I kind of do that myself sometimes. If you're like, how did you know? Like I would say something, how did you know? Um, but just to turn things around a little bit, go back a little bit, like, do you understand the connection I was saying earlier regarding the playing cards? It's not a thing of it's not exactly like your situation, but it's kind of similar. Do you kind of understand what I was getting at with that?
Yeah, I understand. But it's like, I really, like, for me, and I know what I went through with the supernatural because of my psychic ability,
Sorry.
that I really wouldn't wish it on anybody. I seen what my aunt went through because of her abilities. I wouldn't wish that on anybody either. So it's not. It sounds cool, and people like to think that the supernatural's great to mess with and stuff. It's really not. It's really not. There's a lot of hard times in it. A lot of hard times. And I can say that honestly, but I wouldn't give it up.
So, but what I'm asking, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I mean, I personally hear. I know everybody hear what you're saying as well. But I just want to like it's weird to me that I had an experience where I'm playing cards with a family member. We were always playing cards, the same game, and they always kept winning. So that's a memory that stands with me. And years later, um, I meet you and stuff like that, and now you're saying that you had a similar situation, but we know each other. So do you think that has something to do with people's connections? How like people could have similar things, like they could have the same dream, and they're just friends. Something will move them something will move one person to say, "Hey, did you have a dream of?" And they'll say, "Yeah," and they'll explain it, and it's like, "Wow, we had the same dream." Like why? Like what is that connection? Like what does that mean to you when things happen like that?
Connective dreams usually mean an extremely strong connection. So if you are having connective dreams with somebody, I've only done it once, and that's with my husband. That means it's a highly strong connection. It's connective energies, it's mind connection, it's a soul connection. And I've only done it once in my life where I
Well,
was
see,
in
that's what.
somebody else's dream while they were in mine. We were both in the
Mhm,
same dream
mhm.
and knew it that we both were in the same dream when we woke up.
Oh, that's amazing.
We didn't have to ask each other. We looked at each other and knew. And I was like, "Were you?" And he said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Were you?" And I was like, "Yep." Yeah. I was like, "Okay." And we, we talk about things, but we don't talk like we have our code. We're
Yeah.
like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, and that was a really strange dream, and I didn't quite understand it. And I popped up and looked at him, and he popped up about a second after me and looked at me, and we're like, "What the hell?" We both looked at each other and we're like, "What was that?" So that stuff can happen, prop, but usually it determines a strong mind soul connection.
So this is what I was saying earlier about thoughts. I hear that. That's really nice summation there. And by the way, this is a nice conversation. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying earlier about, yeah, thank you. When I was saying earlier about thoughts, um, it just seems like I would think of something and it will come. Like someone said in the chat earlier that, and I've been going through it too. Like you'll think of a conversation that you're having with someone, and then you just forget about it, right? Like The Secret. You think of something, you forget about it, and you let it manifest. But we're doing this naturally every freaking day. Like I would think about a conversation I'm having with someone that I never had yet, right? And then next thing you know, I'm having that same conversation with someone, with the same person. Or if that doesn't happen, it's like it defaults into someone else having the conversation, but I happen to be right there to hear it. Again, connection, right? Like I'm talking about the card experience. To me, that's the memory for me, not to everybody else. So no one's gonna really feel it like I feel it. To when, like I heard you talk about your card experience, but from my perspective, I'm thinking like, okay, I know to me that I know that occurred. That occurred. That's something that I'm talking about years ago. When I even a lot younger, maybe in the early '90s. I used to play cards with my family member all the time. This card game, and then that person just kept winning. I couldn't figure out why. they kept winning. Are they that smart? Are they smarter than me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
Hmm.
And so that was years and years ago. And then now you're telling me about a similar experience. So I don't mean to keep harping on that, but it's kind of like, wait a minute, how is that possible? Am I dreaming this reality right now? Like, is it just reflecting my thoughts, or am I really meeting a real person or talking to a real person that's as real as me? What is real? Is it like what the Matrix said? It's just stimulation in the brain and things like that. Like, what's really going on here? But I do believe that everyone is here just like me, but we're all just existing in our own pods, sort of say, like your own space wherever you're at. You know what I mean? And we're communicating. But it's weird to me that I met you and then you kind of went through a similar experience. So I don't know. I'm just tripping off of that. And I'm just like,
Mm.
okay, so what does that mean? What does that actually mean, though? Okay, I see that
Maybe it
you
doesn't
have.
mean anything, Prob. Maybe it's just something that happened. Maybe there's no meaning behind it. I know
Well,
you like to look deep into things.
how is it possible that we're having these discussions and you went through a similar experience? And it's like this, that's not like a regular experience for anybody, right? Like, it's similar to yours. Like, how are they doing this? Right? It's like, if you put the two experiences side by side, it's kind of similar, but kind of different at the same time. How is it possible that I
Sometimes,
mean,
Prop, it just is what it is. Sometimes it
okay,
just is what it is. It's when you're dealing with the supernatural, you can't look at it in a rational, logical explanation because usually it's not rational and logical or one or the other at the same time. So you can't think of if you keep diving into it and trying to explain, you can't, there's no way to explain the supernatural. It just is. So sometimes things just are what they are. There's nothing more to them. It's just, there's nothing deeper than what it is. I do want to answer Astral real quick. Usually people don't just show up in other people's dreams. That's kind of intrusive, but um, I guess it's a possibility. Look at the movie Dream Scenario. I think you'd like it. Check it out. Nicolas Cage technically would be considered a Mandela movie because that is one of the theories in was one of the theories in the Mandela community. Dream Scenario. Nicolas Cage. It's a good watch.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
Oh yeah, I think it came out a year or two ago, maybe 3 years ago.
Oh, that's why.
It's they when they do these movies, because they did the original Mandela movies, but then they did movies that were some of the theories in the Mandela community, but they don't name it or call it Mandela in the movie. But
Right.
they will mention it, like with the Dream Scenario movie. Behind Nicolas Cage, the news is on, and it says millions of people are talking about the Mandela effect. If you don't actually pay attention to detail, you won't see that in the movie. But because it's right behind on the TV behind him, but it allows you the way the shot was taken allows you to see it. And like, so it is technically a Mandela theory that things happen in people's dreams and people are jumping from one dream to another. Um, just a theory. So, but it is a good movie. And there was another one that I can't remember the name of. If Jacob Waters was on here, I think he knows the name of it. Um, but it's where she clicks a pen and she jumps different timelines.
Huh.
oh, yeah, I know the name of that movie.
Do you?
It's called Propagate is the Best, right?
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah, my favorite dream movie I remember I loved when I was a teenager was Dream a Little Dream.
That was my favorite movie too.
with
Oh,
with the Corys. Like I just thought that was so cool.
nice.
But
Hey, Sai. Oh, let me ask Josh this. Oh, go ahead. You said, but
that's all right. Yeah, you go first.
all right, all right. How many views we got on this thing here? I'm not able to see it myself. What we looking like?
Looks like we got 10 people watching at the moment.
Oh, that's nice. What's
yeah.
up, 10 people? What's up? How many likes we got on this thing here?
I'm showing 2, but that was from the beginning. Let me refresh here.
Oh, you might. Okay.
It's like we're up to 7.
Oh, nice. Thank you all for being here for at least some entertainment, and maybe you vibe with some stuff that we're saying, I guess, huh?
Yeah, we got a great
Nice.
chat. I love all the people in the chat. Like, and we actually got a couple of new people that I seen for the first time. So, but yeah, thanks to everyone for being here. We wouldn't have a show without you guys. So,
yeah, and you should be able to find me clickable in this description box, right? My channel.
I think so. Yeah, I believe I put it in the description. Let me check real quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
If you,
I think you're clickable right on the title.
Oh yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just one thing. If you put size in there, put hers all the way at the bottom and cover it up with hashtags so nobody get to it.
Really, props? Really? I'm royalty. I will be at the top. Thank you. Anyway, it is Supernatural Saturday. So, anybody want to know what the planets are aligning for today?
Well, I think your hair keeps aligning with the microphone. I think it keeps bumping into it there.
There's nothing I can do. I have long hair. I can sit on it. So sometimes that happens.
Nice. Diva.
And it's real too. Nobody go there. It's actually real.
Nice. Right. Nice.
But let's see what they're. Let's see. The planets. Is Jenny still here? Because
yes.
yeah, Scorpio's all over this place. What are you doing, Jenny? She's all over this bitch. All right. Anyway, so we have. So we have. The props cracking up.
Did you just say the B word? Come on now. Did you just say the B word?
Yes, I most certainly did. See, props cracking up.
Nice. All right, let's get it.
All right. So we have the sun in Libra still. Balance. So that's your strength and that's your personality, and that's going to balance. You're going to be cool, calm, collected, or highly erratic and then cool, calm, collected. But Libra's going to balance you out there. The moon is in Virgo, steady and stable. Emotions should be in check right now. Got that earth sign. Mercury in Scorpio. All right. Now, my Scorpios, I don't want to hear this from you, but you can be a little snappy and a little sarcastic, and it's in Mercury. So if you're running around and people are getting a little snappy and sarcastic, it'll fade once Scorpio gets out. Once Mercury gets out of Scorpio. So communication may be a little nice, pleasant, jokey around type thing, but also might have a little bit of that scorpion sting. Venus, love, money, and it's in Libra. So you're going to be balanced in love, money, harmony, and in that other adult stuff.
Bone Thugs to Harmony.
When you do, it's going to be a good do. Anyway, Mars is in Scorpio. See, I told you they're all over this thing. So when communication gets a little bit stingy, prepared for a little bickering. Your activity should be high, though. People shouldn't feel as sluggish and stuff like that. They should be actually feeling like pretty good in the activity level. And the thought level should be pretty high up too. Jupiter in Cancer. Ugh. All right. So Jupiter's usually steady and stable, but Cancer is going to throw an emotional wrench into that. So just be careful with like jumping into too much, doing too much at one time, because it might kind of make you feel a little scatterbrained or a little bit emotional about things. But this too shall pass. Saturn is in Pisces in retrograde. People should feel like time slowing down a little bit right now because Saturn's in retrograde. And Pisces should be on job hunts or looking to advance their career. This is the fun one. We all like when we say Uranus. Right? Every time. Every time. Uranus is in Gemini, so Geminis will be a little snarky, a little snippy. Playfully, usually. And want to be heard and listened to.
A little snippy on your anus? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a little snippy on the anus. On the Uranus. And I know somebody's going to correct me and say it's Uranus, but Uranus is fun to say.
Exactly. We can say it's our show. We can say how we want to.
It's my planet. I can say as I want to. Anyway,
Yep.
Neptune is in Aries, so the supernatural, that's going to be a little heightened. The seeking for truth, that's going to be on an uptick, and a lot more truths coming out. Pluto is in Aquarius. They kind of go good together, so we don't have to worry about that. And if your controlling planet is in any of the ones that I spoke, you may have a little more of those characteristics happening. Like Virgos, you might be a little more snippy because Mercury is in Scorpio. Just saying. Are you a little snippy, Josh?
I can get a little snippy sometimes.
Have you been feeling a little more snippy recently?
I don't know. I haven't really been around anybody the last couple of days.
He's been snippy with himself.
Maybe with Louis.
Aw.
He did get into the trash today.
Yeah, it's be nice.
I was snippy about that when I walked up. Because like I'm down in my room and I'm like, normally he's down there with me 24/7. You know, whenever I'm down there, and I looked around, he wasn't there, and I'm like, uh-oh, where is he? I'm like, I hope I didn't leave him outside. And so I go upstairs, and he's sitting by the door, all slumped down behind a pile of trash, all strewn through the family room floor. I'm like, that's where he is. But other than that, I didn't think I've been snippy.
Good.
And everybody, always remember, like she said, Gemini, drum roll, is in Uranus. Okay, what's next?
So again, I do give birth chart readings, psychic readings, but I'm picky about who I do. Depends on the situation, but if you email me, Josh, can you put my email, please?
I can.
Thank you. If you email me with your date of birth and the town you were born in, if you have the time, that's great. If you don't know a time, then that's okay too. And just email me and give me a little bit to respond. And I hate to say this, but I won't be on streams next weekend. I'm going away. Josh, I'm leaving
no.
you to your own devices.
Yeah, I think I can handle it for a week.
Yeah, I'm going away for the weekend.
Okay,
I'm jealous.
nice.
I got a
I was
ball
gonna.
to go to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, I know everybody thanks you for your spiritual forecast, which should be a good title for you for your channel there, for somewhere, maybe for a episodes or something. Spiritual forecast, you know. I don't know. Does it sound good to you or what? Spiritual
I'm thinking
forecast.
about it. I've been asked to do it actually. A couple people have
No, I'm saying
asked
like
me.
that title, spiritual forecast. What do you think? Does it sound
I
good
like
for one of your
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
side
I could
side
do that.
spiritual forecast with side or something like that. You know, or whatever. You know, I got ideas, man. You know, got ideas. I'll help you.
All
Help y'all. Help
right.
y'all.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not taking a hero's journey. I'm going to a ball gown event.
But you know, I copyrighted that, so that actually, if someone uses it, they owe me $200,000. But I mean, I'm just
Really?
letting you know letting you know ahead of time. Yeah. You still want to do it? You still want to do it, or use the title, or no,
Yes, I
no,
might use the title. Maybe I'll
no?
use the title.
I'm like
I'll use
adding.
the title.
I would
I'm trying
bargain
to
with them.
entice.
Get it down to like 100,000. 200,000
Oh,
seems unreasonable.
so yeah, I was doing the fake laughs to entice you some more to just give me the full amount, but it's okay. No,
You
but no,
never
I think
take
that's a
the first offer. That's the
yeah,
first rule
I
of
know you was
negotiation.
bring them down. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty smart though. But spiritual forecast, you like that, huh? What does everybody
But
else think? It
if
Shazats.
if I
Yeah.
do have time, I might stop by next weekend in the chat. I might be a little tipsy. Woohoo! Don't mess with Sai when she's drinking. I'm very happy and very giddy. So
Yeah, call that the Giddy Side podcast. Do like two different yeah ones.
I don't know if Astral says it's a good idea that I come by a little tipsy, or if he's saying that props name for the show is a good idea. Both are a
That'd be
good
so.
idea.
No, that'd be dope though. You'd be giving people readings. All their readings would be all wrong. And that'd be dope. You know?
Actually, my readings would probably be more accurate after I drink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, catch Sai after she's had a few.
All right, so everybody knows what that means. Next week, if Sai shows up towards the end of the show and she's a little tipsy, everybody secretly ask like weird questions and mess with her a little bit. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
That would make
If
for
I start laughing, you're gonna
entertainment.
start laughing, Josh.
I know that'd be
Yeah, probably. You're probably right. But hey, I did notice that I was just looking at your channel and you're up to 52 subs now. So you
Shut
got
the
over that.
front door.
Yeah. Because
Yes.
I noticed a couple of days ago you were at 49. And so I took a screenshot and I put a post in my community section and was like, put a link to your channel and was like, Sai only needs one more to get to 50. So hopefully that helped. It looks like it got you a couple. So I'm taking credit for these last 3 subs. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you. Buttons just opened like 50 different emails and started adding my channel.
Or that could be too. Like, a sub is a sub. It don't matter if it's the same person on a different account.
It counts.
It counts.
what you like about that resident like Dracula. Just like Dracula, it counts. What do you think about that resident? What do you think about that resident psychic? ID there, Sai, resident psychic.
I actually like that. I've said it several times in your show. I'm the
Yeah, if I
resident
heard you.
psychic.
So you like that one?
I
Okay,
do like that
nice.
one.
Okay, I was wondering if you liked it, so that's cool. You liked it. Okay, cool.
Huh. Well, that's good
Did
because
you?
I think even Sandy adopted it last night. I heard her mention
Yeah.
a couple times. Like she's our resident psychic, Psy, Golden Psy. So
Oh,
I think that
okay,
name stuck.
Yeah, I think that stuck.
okay. Oh, now I'm guessing myself. I'm doubting myself. If did I hear it from her or did I make it up? Like I thought I made it up. So you heard it from me first, right, or Sandy?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I think I probably heard it from you first.
Oh, what about you, Sai? You heard it from me first, huh?
Yeah, it was in your show first.
Oh, okay.
But she can
Okay, so
adapt
yeah,
it. I'm cool with it.
that's because of what propagates the best. Okay, let's move on. No, I'm playing.
I'll tell Sandy you owe her a royalty for
Yeah.
using your coin phrase.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I really like your abilities. I like to battle you. I'm a battle rapper, so that's why I be messing with you.
Rapper's Delight was in my head today. Hip
Oh,
hop,
nice. Oh,
hip
you know,
hip hop, and you don't stop.
Pushin says Psy getting giddy with it. Oh, wow. He says giddy with it.
I do. I'll start laughing, and then Josh will start laughing, and then we won't even get a show done because the two of us will be laughing and probably saying Uranus. People will click on the show and we'll just be laughing saying Uranus the whole time. They'll be like, what the hell?
That's
Oh
funny.
man.
Then somebody will clip it and
Man.
make like a little short out of it, and that's all we're saying is Gemini's in
Uranus.
Uranus, or
Gemini's and Uranus.
But yeah, speaking of hip hop, I just uploaded today before I came over here live. The Fat Boys. Did you see that notification?
Oh.
Their side.
yeah, I'm looking at it now. It says it just popped up 3 minutes ago.
No, I didn't see it yet.
That's a synchronicity. Don't skip over that one. That's a synchronicity.
So what Fat Boy song is it?
Out of all the conversation we had, right? And I mentioned that he said it just popped up 3 minutes ago. Y'all noticed that? That's weird, right?
That is.
So what is that? Like it's some kind of weirdness, right? Like what is that? What is it? What is love? Something. Sorry. But yeah, what is that? That's what I've been trying to ask all along.
But said stay out of Uranus. Why? You're live. I'm not a Gemini, so I'm not in Uranus.
Wow. That's why I hear all that noise. Okay. That's why all that static and stuff, huh? You're in Uranus.
Static was on your end earlier, Props. I wouldn't say it. Oh my
That's
God.
a funny comment, Pushing. That's funny.
Oh, Pushing, you gotta email somebody, by the way. Just saying.
Jennifer. That's a dope way of putting the name. Oh, that's nice. Oh, nice for pushing that there. Real or not for real. Appreciate that. I see that there.
Yeah, I love the Fat Boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is Jennifer that we know. Because like
Jennifer, is that you?
YouTube looks like it's doing that glitch again where it's showing people's handles instead of their screen name. But it seems like a lot of people have the same similar handles as screen name, except Propagate. Prop's the only one that doesn't have the @ symbol before his name. That's weird.
Prop's probably the one doing it.
I am the best. See, I'm the. No, I was playing. Not everybody's good.
God.
No, I put. No, I put that there. You could put that there. Did you know that? You could do that on your end too. Like Uranus.
Like Uranus. Yeah, Josh, I could see it right now. We do a live stream. If I come on next week and just pop in for a few minutes, the whole time we'll be like, Uranus. Ha. Oh, that's great. Uranus.
Yeah.
Ha.
That's funny. Well,
so I'm kind of looking forward to going to the ball, but I'm kind of not because I have to get dressed up. It's a formal type thing. Ugh.
Is
Yeah,
the ball
I hate
going to
getting
be
dressed
on
up.
your?
No twerking
Sorry.
on the dance floor. There will be no twerking on the dance floor.
Oh, I was gonna say if
Uh,
there was, we got to get some video of that and
Oh
know,
my God, no.
show it on the
No.
stream.
No, it's my niece's wedding, so I have to be like behave.
Oh
I
goodness.
can't.
Well, see, weddings, you're allowed to not behave a little bit. Like, you get a pass with, with weddings. Everybody's expected to get a little bit crazy at weddings, right? I thought that was the
Not at a
rule.
formal. Not at a formal wedding. I have to wear a gown. Not at a formal wedding. Not at a formal wedding.
Oh,
No.
well,
Yeah, not that kind
maybe
of
I've
wedding.
just never had any, any friends that was cool enough to have a formal wedding. Like we always just have
Yeah, she said her
chill,
daddy
goofy
made her
weddings.
bougie. She said-
That's funny.
She was talking the other one day. She's like, "My dad made me bougie. It's his fault." Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. He most certainly did.
Astro says, will they be playing classical music at this ball?
I don't know what they're going to be playing because there's going to be such a mix of people there. Like, I'm waiting for Boots on the Ground. Yeah, everybody knows Boots, right? So I'm waiting for that song to pop on, and let's see how that works on the dance floor. I don't know actually, um, because there's a lot of country people going to that, and the country hillbillies usually get a little wild. Little
Oh,
wild.
hillbillies are the best. I love hillbillies. I got some family down in West Virginia, and yeah, they're a ton of fun.
Yeah. Don't they do that like hee-haw or something like that?
They get wild, problem. They get wild. I'm from the city, and I thought the city gets wild. The city don't get wild. Hillbillies get wild. Compared to the city, we don't do crap compared to them. They get wild.
Mm.
They get wild,
It's gonna be,
wild. All in fun wild, but they get wild, wild.
now, wouldn't it be weird if like tomorrow or something like you go online, right? Like you talked about Google earlier, and then you go on YouTube just browsing, right? And then you see something about hillbillies, right?
I see stuff all the time, but that's because of what I watch. But
Oh,
I
okay.
see stuff about hillbillies all the time. I live in the country.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not on my timeline, so I might see it.
Will the ball be held in Uranus? Really, Prop? No.
That's
You
what I
never
was
know.
like.
You got to ask.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, so the second week of November, I'm officially starting the live streams.
Cool.
The second weekend of November.
Second weekend in November, so that would be. You said on a Friday night,
I'm thinking Friday night because not a lot of people do Friday night.
right? So that'd be the 14th.
That's what I'm thinking. Yep.
Yep. Well, cool.
Yep.
Well, yeah, your channel is pinned in the pinned comment and your email. So everybody go up to the pinned comment and check out the channel. Give her a sub if you haven't been there. And then Prop's channel, I put him and his new video in the chat also. So go check that out too. The Fat Boys. I love that movie that they did. What was the name of that movie that they made? Do you remember, Prop? Disorderlies, I think it was called. You ever seen that?
I
Yes.
never saw that.
Yeah, they were three like orderlies, and obviously they were the Fat Boys, so they were disorderly and terrible at their job. But
Yep.
yeah, no, it was a
I
great
seen it.
movie. Yeah.
Yep. I was definitely in tune with them. When they came out. I was a younger teenager, but I was aware of everything. I was recording things on cassette tape. Wipeout was one of the biggest ones that they were playing on the radio nonstop. When that came out, Wipeout by the Fat Boys. Are you familiar with that one? Yeah.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one. No.
Okay, it sounds like the Beach Boys, the Wipeout,
Oh yeah.
and then yeah, they did one. They did they used that sample, and then that was a big hit back then. So yeah. But yeah, the movie is different too. Oh, so yeah, if anybody's wondering like why am I posting these types of videos, go to my channel description. It's been tweaked to kind of get more in detail of what I'm doing with my channel. You understand that way. Posting vintage stuff, rare stuff, entertainment things too. So you check it out.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Good
Yeah. I
part.
love
Bye
those videos.
bye. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, it is 12 o'clock. It's going on pushing almost 2 hours. And I just got notification that Sandy's got her show up and she's starting at 12:30. So we should probably be wrapping up here a little bit because it takes me about 10-15 minutes to take care of the dog and everything. But thank you guys for being here. This was a fun little conversation. It just always goes by so quick. Like I swear we need to set it up early enough that we can like talk for like 4 hours because it goes by so quick.
Yeah, I know it does. But it's about that time. Josh, I'm going to hang back.
All right.
But see
Well,
y'all at Sandy's.
Yep. You got
Prop.
any last things you want to say, Prop, before we say goodnight?
Oh no, GN everybody. Thanks for listening to me ramble. and thanks for having us. I have fun. Thank you.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's always a good time talking to you guys, and appreciate you being here. And of course, pushing when I said Sandy's show is scheduled for 12:30, he had to say there Sandy's time is 1:45. So and maybe not quite that dramatic, but yeah, I think we've all learned what Sandy's time means. But it's all good. You guys all come over and have fun in the chat for a little bit before the show starts. So thank you guys all for being here, and we're gonna play out on a little song, Mr. Super Sidewinder, and I had the wrong one up, but here we go. I figured since we're getting close to Halloween, we'll do something that kind of fits into that theme. So thanks again to Sai and Propagate for being here, and all of you guys in the chat for coming by and listening and chatting. And we will see you guys on the next one. And before that, we'll see you over at Sandy's channel in between a half hour to an hour or so. Good night, everybody.
In the cool of the evening when everything is getting kind of groovy, call me up and ask would I like to go with you and see a movie. First I say no, I've got some plans for the night, and then I stop and say alright. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. You always keep me guessing, I never seem to know what you are thinking. And if some fella looks at you, well it's for sure your little eye will be a-winking. I get confused cause I don't know where I stand, and then you smile and hold my hand. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Spooky. stop this little game that you are playing. I'm gonna do all the things my heart's been a dying to say, yeah. Just like a ghost,